from New York,
It's Shannon in the Morning with Patty Steele, Joe Nolan Traffic, the John Elliott Forecast, and foreign correspondent Brad Blanks. The big show is on CBS-FM.
You got your core 4 plus 3 at 8:05, 5 minutes after 8 a.m. Our 229th show, John.
Wow.
Pretty amazing we've managed to hang around that long. 5 minutes after 8, Steve Schirripa in a second, but first, John Elliott. In the studio with us today is the guy behind Uncle Steve's Pasta Sauce. I'm talking about Steve Schirripa. Good morning, my friend.
Hello, guys. How's everybody today?
I think everybody's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's going all right?
I heard Nolan doing a little promotional announcement yesterday. He was giving our model, Alessandro Ambrosio, some major props. And Steve's coming in too.
I don't blame you, man.
I heard that, Joe.
That's a winner there. Jeez.
Well, never mind.
Or Steve didn't get any.
You look just as good in your underwear.
No, I bet he does.
I'm sure he does.
Well, I don't think you want to see that, man. Nobody needs to see that. My poor wife has to see it.
You know what? It's funny. You just looked over me and gave me that look.
Yeah.
It scared the hell out of me. From the Sopranos.
Back when he was Bobby. Back when Bobby Backler, man. Now, here we were talking about what happened at the Oscars the other night, and the fact that American Sniper, which was a great movie, really didn't get much respect from the people who vote for those awards.
Yeah, it's, I guess, liberal Hollywood. They didn't go for the war stuff, or they don't want to admit that they went for it. I thought it was a wonderful movie, and I thought Bradley Cooper, I believed him every step of the way. He was just incredible. I thought the movie was incredible. I didn't really know the whole story, until I saw the film, and I had worked with Clint a few times, and he's a good guy, and I'm a big fan of his. But no, they didn't, liberal Hollywood, maybe they liked it behind closed doors. All I know is, what did it gross? $320 million so far. Somebody likes it.
Yeah.
Somebody's watching it and somebody likes it. So they got no love out of that.
How about the end of the movie too, when they actually show the real footage,
absolutely,
from the services and the love that they showed for him in his town.
I tell you what, it was. I really, it was very sad, obviously, but I really enjoyed it. I went to see it with my daughter, and we saw it a little early on, and great movie.
It's funny, too, because I remember reading about his wife, and when they were in the initial planning stages of the movie, they were going to show the end of the movie in a different way. And she went, and she said, you know what? I really don't think you should do that. I'm going to ask you not to do it.
I think they did it exactly the way it should have been done, because then it would have become a whole nother thing, you know?
Right.
You saw this guy, as far as I'm concerned, he's a hero, and he saved a lot of lives over there. I don't think the guy was perfect. Who is? But I enjoyed it immensely, and I thought Sienna Miller did a great job as his wife. Once you see the real wife in him, they did a great acting job. Everybody in it was wonderful.
When you first made the transition from just a normal guy, doing your job and doing stuff, and you told me the whole story how you got into acting, and it was kind of an accident. You said, well, if I can do it, I guess I should try it. And little by little, you actually became an actor.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I started taking lessons afterwards,
Right.
And I was just last week in front of CBS, came down to the wire on a show. I work with my acting coach. She comes over. We work 2-3 times, The biggest actors in the world have acting coaches. They want different opinions.
Yeah.
It's a dirty little secret that some people with egos don't want to admit, but Pacino and Meryl Streep and these people work and they get other people's ideas and some suggestions. I love it. I love the process of it. And I have become a better actor over the years. I do what I do. I'm not I'm not a Laurence Olivier.
But you basically play you.
Well, I guess versions of me. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get lost. I'm not going to play an English professor. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm a blue-collar guy. You know? I can play different blue-collar guys.
But you actually think that, but it always amazes me.
I played other things besides a mobster, you know.
Yeah, I know. But you're still you. But I still recognize you when I see that.
But then again, listen, and you could name a lot of big actors. They stay in their comfort zone.
Oh yeah.
You know?
What does Clooney do?
Guys, well, yeah, exactly. Then you got
Jack Nicholson.
You got guys like Gary Oldman and Kevin Spacey and Christian Bale who disappear. They're different people every single time.
Christian Bale is awesome.
Incredible. You know. And then Jennifer Anderson, is she not the same person in every movie? And I'm a fan of hers.
You're
you know?
right.
Yeah.
So what does an acting coach do with somebody like Jennifer Aniston? You got to do you better.
Well, no, she's not playing herself. I mean, listen, even guys that had, on TV, the Drew Carey show, the Steve Harvey show, whatever, guys that had the show named after them, they're playing versions of themselves. Like even on episodes. You ever see the show Matt LeBlanc? He's playing a version of himself.
Right,
it's not him to a T, So to say you're playing yourself, it should be so easy,
Yeah, well, you still
it
gotta
should
learn.
be so easy to play yourself.
But
it's not as easy. People think it's a lot easier than what it is. It takes a lot of hard work, and when you see these actors do incredible roles like the Academy Awards, so much hard work goes into this. People have no idea. They go, $20 million a picture. I could do that too. Are you kidding me? I could do what that fat guy on TV is doing. But you can't. You can't.
No, I got you. That's interesting that you say some of the great actors still have those coaches.
Oh, absolutely. And like I said, some will admit it. Dirty little secrets. You know what I mean?
But you know what got me is a lot of these stand-up comedians, they wind up acting without a coach initially, and they get them like you did later on.
Yeah, listen, I did the George Lopez. I worked with George. I've known George Lopez forever. He had a coach on set with him every step of the way.
But a lot of these guys, look at Eddie Murphy. He just stepped right into it, man.
Stepped into it. He was incredible talent, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
We're talking who else has done that?
But you see other people that just move over to acting, and it's pretty easy.
Well, James Woods says he's never taken an acting class, and I believe him, but...
Yeah, most people do. Okay, I get it. Well, Steve taking a little side swipe there. 8:14, Steve Schirripa's in the studio. We're going to talk about the Garden of Laughs at the theater at Madison Square Garden coming up. Right now, it's Joe in traffic on WCBS-FM. Hanging out in the Big Show studio in beautiful Soho with Steve Schirripa, who has Uncle Steve's organic pasta sauce that people seem to love. And when you first started in this endeavor, it was kind of tough because there's a lot of people who have pasta sauce.
Oh, yeah. There's sauce. It's like buying soda, There's a million sodas when you go into the store, and there's a whole lot of sauces. What separates us is it's organic, it's gluten-free, it's kosher. And listen,
no sugar added.
There's no sugar added. It is healthy. All the ingredients on the front of the label. I don't think any other pasta sauce has everything. There's a lot of the pasta sauce, and I'm not knocking any of them, but there's hidden ingredients. So you got to really look at what's in it. What's in ours is what's in ours, and it's got the best taste. And if you taste the sauce, you become a customer.
I will tell you this.
Good.
I took some home. My wife is pretty particular about pasta sauce. And she said, okay, well, why you bring so many jars home? I'm just going to try it. And you know what? It took the place of blankety blank.
I know. If we do demos in the stores, we have people out there at Whole Foods and Fairway and ShopRite and wherever the stores are, little stores. And if they taste the sauce, they buy the sauce. It's
People like it. There's no doubt about it.
It's clean. It's got a great taste. Whether you're Italian, a lot of Italians don't want to admit to eating jar sauce. In the meantime, we sell more sauce in Staten Island and Jersey than anywhere. You know? Who's buying that? You know,
Who's buying that?
Steve Schirripa with us. In case his voice sounds familiar, he was Tony's ditzy brother Bobby on The Sopranos.
Brother-in-law.
I'm sorry, brother-in-law. Excuse me.
Ditzy? I've never been called ditzy. I've been called a lot of things.
But you did 6 seasons, didn't you?
Yeah. I came in the second episode of the second season, and I stayed. I got killed the next to last episode.
It's so funny because when we went to lunch one day with these folks, some people who were kind enough to make a donation to Blythedale Children's Hospital, and it's a table full of grown guys. And to this day, how long has it been since The Sopranos was on TV?
Well, it ended in 2007.
Yeah.
So you got almost 8 years ago.
Yeah, but everybody had a question for you.
Yeah. Listen, the show's an iconic show, and it'll be on the way we watch The Untouchables and things are on today.
Yeah.
That, you know, your Adventures of Superman. It'll be on 50 years from now.
Now, that was kind of surprising to me, but I would imagine not to you because you live that life. Everywhere you go, somebody wants to ask.
Absolutely. They still ask
about a certain episode.
An episode or a question, or let me ask you this, or the ending. Did Tony Soprano live, or did he die? And blah, blah. To this day.
You tell him, I don't have any idea.
My opinion of the ending was that Tony Soprano was alive. You know, that's my opinion. Some
Right.
people think not. I think life went on. What you saw is what you got. And that was it. Life goes on. He's back with his family, and just keep on moving on. That's
it, huh?
There was all these conspiracy theories of this was happening, that happening. They shot different endings, and for a moment, I believed it.
And you were there.
And I was there, and I read it, and I knew what was going to happen. I was still surprised seeing it, but I knew it. You know, we watched it together. It was the first time we ever watched an episode together. We were in Florida. 9 of us watched it together. We were down there doing something at the Hard Rock, and Stevie Van Zandt and Jim was there, and Michael Imperioli and Lorraine Bracco, and we popped open champagne, and we were eating. And,
That's it.
We watched the end of the show. Some people loved it at first. Some people were surprised. Some people said, what just happened?
What the hell
and
did
then
happen?
As you watched it, it was a fantastic episode. Just fantastic.
I agree. Now, you are hosting a huge event at the theater at Madison Square Garden. We want to mention it's a big fundraiser, and it's March 28th. It's called Garden of Laughs. Tell me about this
Well,
thing.
Garden of Laughs, it's a great show. Now, it's every dime goes to the Garden of Dreams Foundation, which I've been involved with for years, and they help underprivileged kids that are sick, kids, inner city kids, regular kids, anybody. It's almost like Make-A-Wish. And it is a wonderful, wonderful organization that Madison Square Garden does. So this is Garden of Laughs. It's the second one. We did one 2 years ago. It's a great show. I'm hosting it. You got J.B. Smoove, Billy Gardell for Mike and
We love
Molly.
Billy. We love Billy.
We have Dane Cook. We got John Oliver from HBO. You got Bill Burr, one of the funniest guys you'll ever see, and Louis Black. So this is a great show.
Wow.
And on top of that, you know, Whoopi Goldberg, and you have other celebrities and athletes will be introducing the comic. So it's going to be a hell of a night.
Wow, it's a huge
And
night.
there's not many tickets left. And you could go to gardenoflaughs.com or you buy it at the MSG box office. It's in the theater. It's going to be a really, really good night. And a couple of years ago, it was one of those New York nights. Everybody was there. And it's going to be the same thing. And tickets aren't very expensive. And I think you'll have a great time. These are as 6 good acts as you're ever going to find. If you're a Herbie fan, you got to be
Louis
there.
Black right there is worth the price of admission.
Absolutely. I
John
mean,
Oliver.
they got great guys. No one's getting paid. Everyone's volunteering their time. I mean, this is a wonderful organization. I know there's a whole bunch of charities. This is a real good one. And you'll have fun, too.
Garden of Laughs. It's March 28th, theater at Madison Square Garden. You get the tickets at Ticketmaster.com. And a reminder, UncleStevesNY.com. It's great pasta sauce. Thanks for coming by, Steve.
Thank you. Always great to see you guys. Thank
Joey
you.
Jr.
There he is right there.
He's a legend,
Never
man.
lives by side.
It's a walking, talking legend. 827 CBS-FM, Shannon in the Morning radio broadcast.